Hey Homeworthy, I'm Sammy. Welcome to my college apartment at the University of Illinois. Come on in.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hello, welcome to my bedroom. This is my favorite room in my whole apartment. This is probably where I spend kind of the most but kind of the least amount of time because my roommates and I are always hanging out downstairs. But I sleep in here, I hang out in here, I sleep until noon like every day and stay up until like 2 a.m. in this bedroom. Love it. My biggest thing when it came to designing my room this year was I wanted my space to be like functional and a space to show off all of the beautiful things that I own, because a lot of the things I have I'm very excited about. I'm a huge thrifter and I love to find like very cool, unique pieces that I feel represent my style, and I wanted to show them off in my room. So my biggest thing with design and with designing a room is using my accessories as decor. I'm so passionate about accessories. It's my favorite thing. I think it makes every single outfit. Simple top, simple pants, accessories is going to be what I do every single day. As we can see here, I have all of my purses laid out. Most of these are from the Goodwill outlet. I love them. I got this clothing rack. I ordered this clothing rack on Amazon, and this is honestly probably my favorite part of my entire room. I also have this little collage wall behind here that I set up before I decided to put my purses and everything here, but this is my like DJ space. So I have my DJ board, my headphones, and then I also have all my cameras set up. These are so important to me. None of these actually work. There's a few other working cameras around my room though that you will see that do work, but I feel like this makes a nice little vibe in the room. If we come over here, I'm actually going to show you my favorite part of the entire room when it comes to using my accessories as decor, and that is going to be my jewelry wall. This is what I make everyone come all the way in my room for. Anytime anyone visits, I'm like, you have to see my jewelry wall, you have to see my jewelry wall. Jewelry is the thing that I am most passionate about, that I feel like describes my personality, my style the most, is just chunky jewelry, big jewelry, cool jewelry. So much of this is thrifted and just has amazing stories from honestly all around the world, and I absolutely love it. Some of my favorite pieces right now, I love this one. I picked it up when I was solo traveling in Italy this summer. I also have all my belts and my waist chains around here. Over here I have my full body mirror, and I love when I get dressed and I can see all of my cool jewelry behind me. And then I have my bracelets, rings, and everything organized down here. I have my favorite rings that I wear all the time up here, and then all my hoop earrings. Then in here I have more earrings, more rings. I have all of my pendants for my necklaces, and then all of my bracelets are organized into these bins. If we'll swing around over here, we're going to go to my bed. A big pattern that you see around my house, literal pattern, but also like a pattern that it is all over my house, is checkerboard. I love it. It is my favorite. Anything with checkerboard on it, I am obsessed with it. I think it is the most beautiful pattern ever. I love it. It's so aesthetically pleasing to me. I want everything checkerboard that I see. So I have a huge checkerboard blanket on my bed. However, under it, I have this beautiful quilted bedspread. Guess where I got this from? Guess where I got this from? I got it from the Goodwill outlets. Goodwill outlets, I thrifted this bedspread. I'm very proud of that. I'm very excited about it. I absolutely love it. I just feel like it's so cool to have like a thrifted bedspread. That's so unique, and I was very excited when I found this at the thrift. Behind me, you'll see my very awesome collage headboard, I guess you could call it, because I don't have one of those because I'm in college. I don't know a lot of college students that have a headboard. It's like that's an adult purchase, and we're not there yet. I love these posters. I'm not sure where they're from, but I have this one. They're honestly all like the same brand of poster, and also behind me in the collage wall, the houseplant poster is the same as well. And there's a couple other ones like around the apartment, but I love them. Big fan. These have been in my freshman year dorm, my sophomore year bedroom, and now my junior year apartment. So they've been everywhere. If you were to have me describe like my style, especially in interior design, I would say vintage maximalism. I love maximalist interior design. So much decor. I love it. I love that I can just express myself and feel like I threw up all over a space, and it's just exactly what I'm passionate about, exactly what I feel sparks my creativity, exactly what I love. And I get to see that all over the spaces that I inhabit. I absolutely love that. Vintage maximalism, chef's kiss. And the way that I exercise that the most is this year, which is actually perfect. I I'm actually an advertising major at the University of Illinois, and so I was shopping this summer at this vintage store and I found a bunch of vintage advertisements, and I was sitting there for like 2 hours going through all of them. They were so fun. So I have vintage Boeing advertisements, I have vintage cigarette advertisements, vintage, what is that, sunscreen? I have a vintage magazine cover, and then these are old sheet music. So this is vintage sheet music, vintage sheet music, vintage sheet music. Vintage music I have found to have the absolute best designs. I just love vintage music, graphic design. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. I love it. Moving on, we're gonna actually lay on the ground for a second because the ground is very important to me. I recently made a big girl purchase that I'm very excited about. I felt like this was an investment into my future home. I went on a trip to Morocco with EF Ultimate Break and I got these rugs, and they are authentic Moroccan rugs. I watched them make it. They're from the Berber House, which they actually sell their rugs on Etsy. So if you want to check them out, they have so many really, really cool and really, really unique, like the highest quality Moroccan rugs with the coolest design. Like literally they're all made freehand, no pattern, by these women, just whatever they're feeling. They put their emotion into the rugs, and I got to tour the Berber House and like watch these women do their craft, and it was amazing. So I got this rug, and then I also got this rug here, which is orange and blue, which is a homage to my school's colors, orange and blue. Go Illini. But I'm very excited to, when I was buying these, I was like, wow, like one day I'm gonna have little babies and they're gonna lay on these rugs in my future house. And I'm very excited for that moment because right now I'm giving a tour of my junior year college apartment, but one day I'll be giving a house tour with my children. Well, the children won't be probably in the house tour. However, they'll be in the house and so will the rugs. Come over here into my makeup space. Some fun facts about me is that I used to not want to go to college ever. Like if you would have asked me my freshman year of high school if I would actually be here, I'd say no. I'm going to be in LA doing special effects makeup for like horror movies, for movies. Not exactly the career path that I ended up embarking on. However, this is resparking all of my passions. I created this makeup station because I wanted to get back into special effects makeup. So for Halloween, I have all of my makeup stuff over here. I have all of it in these drawers. I did my friend's makeup, my makeup, and it was a blast. I've been just sitting here getting ready for the day. It's amazing. I've got my little mirror set up. It works perfectly. And then these lights over here too. These are like hue lights that I can change on my phone or through my Amazon Alexa. And then that's a stained glass lamp actually that I got, which is really fun. Another huge thing that you'll notice in my apartment, I always think if there are two things that you need to decorate a space well, you don't need anything else other than these two things, and your space is going to look nice, it's going to look put together, and it's going to look stylized and like you actually decorated it, is lights and plants. I think you should get colored lights, whether that is a string of Christmas lights, whether that's a sunset lamp, whether that's a galaxy projector, and then have a couple real plants. I promise you can take care of them. There's some super easy ones. You can get a monstera, you water it like once a week. Pothos, very, very easy, water once a week. They're very resilient. If you forget to water them for a couple weeks, as I have sometimes, a lot of times, they'll bounce back just fine. Highly recommend, but plants and lights are gonna make your space feel 10 times more magical. Behind me, you're gonna see one of the cameras that actually works in my room. So this is my favorite camera. I love this, and I love to just have her out and look at her. I have been bringing her everywhere with me this college semester. In the spring semester of last year, I studied abroad in Sydney, Australia, and I bought this camera. This was another big girl purchase of mine, like probably my biggest ever. This is 100% my biggest purchase ever, and I feel like I'm at such a pivotal time that I'm gonna want to remember forever, and like this just feels like an investment into my future, and I love like getting ready and seeing it every single day just right in my peripheral, especially on all of my books. I love self-help books. I love reading. I definitely don't do it as much as I should, but whatever. Take a moment to glance at this lamp. Thrifted her. Perfect. Amazing. Got a little lava lamp, again, plants, and then this is just a bunch of storage. I have a bunch of random things, like this is my friends' clothes that I've collected and need to give back to them. Tech, we've got like handyman stuff. We've got papers, things to collage with. This is actually my favorite drawer, and it is my fun drawer. And all that's in here are inflatable microphones, light up LED gloves. Why would this not turn on? light up LED gloves. We've got a couple card games. We've got a deck of cards, a little parachute ninja guy that I could throw down the stairs if I wanted to. Gets crazy in here. Very fun. As you'll see again, vintage maximalism displayed behind me. Actually, this is pretty like minimalist for me, but vintage board game. Board. Awesome decor. Awesome decor. Unique, cheap. Literally this board was like $1. Looks great. I love it personally. And then more vintage ads behind me. I just love them. I love vintage graphic design. It's gonna do it for me every single time. I love it. This wall is honestly pretty boring. Like you guys see it, not a lot to say about it. I'm gonna put my vision board here. This is my wall of memories. For the past 8 months before I came back to school, I have been traveling nonstop. I still traveled Europe, and before that I lived in Australia for 8 months. And I've been to, I think, 14 different countries and 4 different continents in the past 8 months. So that's wild, and these are all the film photos that I've taken during it. There are some absolutely stellar ones that like are just the most core and beautiful memories of my life have happened. And I love, like, sometimes at night I'll just like come and stand here and just like look back at all of these memories, and my friends will come and look at this wall and we'll just reminisce, and I love having this collage here. I have put so much heart and soul into this apartment. I love all the decor. My roommates say it looks like Sam just threw up on it. And that is my favorite way to describe my design style. I love that. So starting off, I'm just gonna take you straight to my favorite part. I'm sorry, we're not saving the best for last. The whole apartment is the best, but this is personally my favorite part. Me and checkerboard, me and squares, me and square patterns have a love affair. We are magnetic to each other. I love them. I'm so attracted to them. And this wall does everything for me. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna ballpark it at 40 vintage records that I've thrifted over the years. I love thrifting vintage vinyl. It is my favorite thing ever, especially for, honestly, I don't even have a record player. I don't play the vinyl. However, the graphic design on vintage vinyl is the most unreal thing that I have seen in my entire life. Do you see how awesome these posters are? They don't make them like this anymore. This is the coolest designs that you could ever get for an apartment. I get so excited talking about it. I have designed my friends' apartments with vintage records. I'm like, can I have thrifty records? And I put them up in their living room. I'm like, this is gonna look sick. And they're like, this looks sick. It's my specialty. This is the Sammy K special touch. In any place that I live, I'm gonna have a record wall. I love it. It's my favorite thing. As I said, I love checkerboard. We have checkerboard pillows, checkerboard blanket. I have this same blanket upstairs in my room because I just love it so much. If we come around here, I need to introduce you to someone very important. Anyone that comes in our apartment needs to sign this. So you need to sign this. I can sign it for you. I'll write like Homeworthy on it just because you're here watching this. But this is our man. He doesn't really have a name, but we thrifted him one day. When you see this at the thrift store, you have to take it home. So we did. He's awesome. We got our little hanging plant, and if you look to the stairs, see how beautiful that is? See all that fringe? I spent soul-sucking hours. I didn't actually cut any of that fringe, I just tied it on there, but I think it looks awesome. My roommates, they're a fan of everything, except my one roommate was like, that's gonna take some getting used to. I've never seen anything like that before. I was like, yeah, but it looks awesome, right? And she's like, I'll get used to it. And me and the other roommates were like, no, like it's boho, like, come on, like you get the vibes. And she's like, no, like I'm with you. But anyways, I love it. It's honestly one of my favorite things that I've done to this apartment. I think it's really fun. Along with another one of my favorite things that I've done to this apartment that I've learned is a very important thing to have in a college apartment is a school pride wall. This is my Illini pride wall. This is our orange and blue photo wall. This is our orange and blue collage. This is the ILL wall. As you'll see, this wall is full of school spirit. However, you would never know that if you didn't go here. If you didn't know that our school colors are orange and blue and that I bleed orange and blue, you would never know that this is homage to University of Illinois. There's just cool posters that are orange and blue. It's an overall vibe. And when it's game day, when our friends come over, we can take photos in front of this, and it's just perfect. I had one of these in my apartment last year. Any of my college spaces from now on will have a orange and blue wall, or any of my college spaces from now on will have an orange and blue wall that my friends and I can take photos in front of because it's just so fun. and it has given us so many good photos and memories of game days and all of the things. All right, Homeworthy, I hope you enjoyed this college apartment tour as much as I did. I was very happy to have you here, but I need you to get out because I need to go to class and actually do some schoolwork for once. So, bye. Love you, miss you already.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.